Your sister is connected to a secret deal involving your name and a mission. Archangel Michael says, you were never supposed to know this. The decision made behind closed doors was sealed under oath, and your sister swore she'd never tell. But the heavens intervened because what she's involved in now has your name written all over it. There is a mission, secretive, high stakes, and bound by a hidden contract. She signed it with trembling hands, hoping you'd never be dragged into what was meant to stay buried forever. But now, the veil is lifting, and what was once silent will echo loud in your life. They told her it would be a quick deal, something she could walk away from after securing what she wanted. But it spiraled far beyond her reach now, and your identity has become the central key to unlocking what they need. You were never meant to be a part of this, but now you are the center of it all. The strange behavior you noticed? The odd calls? The long silences followed by random over-explanations? These weren't coincidences. She has been briefed on what to say and how to act around you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You're being studied, closer than you think, by individuals who are using her as a front. There's a list with your name at the top, and her involvement is the only reason you're on it. Archangel Michael says this isn't just betrayal, it's infiltration. Behind the walls of a certain building, one she's visited often without explanation, files are being printed with your name on top. Confidential files that you've never authorized. She gave consent in a way that made it seem you were complicit. She didn't do it out of hatred, but out of fear. Fear that something would be taken from her if she refused. But in saving herself, she's sacrificed you unknowingly. She told them things you once said in confidence. Simple phrases, childhood memories, even phrases you've forgotten yourself. All of it was gathered, stored, and used to replicate your behavioral pattern. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They are watching your decisions, your location, and especially your silence. Because your silence means they believe you still don't know. But the moment you become aware, the danger doubles. This mission they tied your name to, it's not physical. It's not a package to deliver or a task to perform. It's psychological. They need your energy, your presence, your truth, to manipulate a larger chain of events. There's a woman in this network who doesn't know your face but knows your aura. She reads spiritual vibrations, and your signature came up in one of their alignment checks. That's how they identified you as the one. The day your sister gave them confirmation, her eyes turned red in spirit. She has not slept the same since. Every dream she's had has warned her, but she's too deep now to stop without divine help. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The mission is nearing its peak. On the 27th night of this month, a decision will be made involving you, but you will not be invited. A choice that impacts your freedom, your image, and your protection will be decided without your presence. Archangel Michael says, this deal carries a price that your sister cannot afford. And if it reaches its final stage, your name will be placed on a system that does not easily forget or forgive. This is why the heavens are sounding the alarm today. They've already entered one of your old addresses in the registration of this secret project. Even if you've moved, the document trails are being planted to make it look like you were aware all along. Your signature may even be forged if not already. A man with access to official documents has been seen with her. He laughed after showing her a folder labeled with your initials. They believe you won't fight back because you don't know. But now, you do. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There is a second phase to this mission, and it begins the moment you speak up. The forces backing this plan are relying on your silence. But if you even whisper to the right spirit, the whole thing begins to unravel. You will feel a heavy energy pressing your chest when they activate the next step. This is spiritual warfare disguised as paperwork. But Archangel Michael says, when you stand in light, their darkness cannot overshadow you. There's a phone, kept in her drawer, hidden under clothes. It contains messages, codes, and recordings about your schedule, your likes, your patterns. This was part of the condition she agreed to: observe and report without being obvious. The day she cried alone wasn't just sadness, it was guilt. She was shown in a vision what would happen if she didn't back out. But fear won again, and she stayed in the shadows of those feeding her promises. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Now, the countdown begins. They believe the final operation will roll out smoothly, but they haven't accounted for the divine interruption. Archangel Michael has entered this situation. In the coming hours, someone will contact you indirectly: a message, a missed call, a strange social media account. This person is linked to the deal, but they have remorse. They will try to give you the first clue. Don't ignore anything that feels off. That odd advertisement, the wrong delivery, a repeated stranger passing by, each one is a sign. You are being nudged into full awareness now. When you confront your sister, don't shout. Watch her eyes. They will tell you everything. She might deny at first, but the energy around her will shake. Type Amen to get blessing 999. A place you visited 3 years ago is being reused as the cover location for this mission. They are tracing your past to justify what's coming. But they've underestimated your resilience. This is a spiritual invasion masked as a legal process. They're collecting emotional data to build an alternate version of your truth. That version is being prepared to be presented on your behalf. You have not been idle, your light has been quietly resisting. That's why the operation hasn't moved faster. They fear your energy will collapse everything if you gain full clarity. Archangel Michael says now is your time to rise. Stand still, but awaken every inner flame. You will not be silenced anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Your name appears in a classified email sent from a private server. That email was supposed to stay hidden, but the firewall protecting it has weakened. And someone who works with spirit has already seen it in vision. Your voice has been stored. Literally. In a system that collects audio traces from past calls. They are trying to build your essence artificially. But what they don't understand is that your soul cannot be duplicated. No software, no system, no recording can contain what heaven crafted in you. That's why their mission will ultimately fail. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Her decision broke a sacred trust, not just earthly, but ancestral. Your bloodline carries a vibration that rejects manipulation. That rejection is already shaking the foundation of their plans. One of your spiritual ancestors has appeared 3 nights in a row in the dream realm of the woman coordinating this plan. That's why she's panicking. The ancestral codes are being activated. The more she sees you silent and strong, the more their systems falter. Because the mission was designed based on assumption, not divine alignment. You are not just a name on a contract. You are a flame in the dark. And that light is rising now. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They wanted to steal your name's frequency and embed it into something counterfeit. But every attempt has met resistance. Spiritual fire has begun spreading across the documents they created. If you've been feeling heat in your palms lately, that's no coincidence. That's your energy field resisting tampering. Every time they try to manipulate your name, your aura fights back. Archangel Michael says, on the third day from now, you will receive a signal. It might not be dramatic, but it will be precise. It will confirm everything said here. Don't delay. Don't explain. Just prepare. You are stepping into divine protection. Nothing they signed can override what heaven has sealed. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. On that third day, something around you will glitch. A device, a screen, or a connection will momentarily distort. This is not random. It is your spiritual frequency shaking the very fibers of the trap laid in your name. Your sister might act strangely that day. She may try to call but hesitate to speak. Her eyes will flicker with truth she can no longer contain, and that's when you must spiritually shield yourself. There's a document that was signed 3 weeks ago. Her name is on the front, but yours is embedded deep inside the third page in a hidden clause. You did not authorize it, yet it speaks for you in dangerous ways. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. They've tampered with images, recordings, and subtle elements of your life to reshape a timeline. This is how deep the deception runs, fabricating moments you don't even remember because they never happened. But your intuition has already felt the imbalance. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has been sensing it all along. That strange feeling in your sleep, the sudden tightness in your chest, the headaches at specific hours, all signs that your name is being pulled unnaturally into something you didn't invite. The organization involved works in layers, one face for the public, another behind curtains. Your sister was introduced to their safe layer first. But now she's interacting with the ones who wear masks even in private. Their mission has nothing to do with helping. It's a siphoning operation, using your presence to power their project and control outcomes in spaces you've never entered. This is why silence is not safety anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. There is a video file that exists. It's brief, low quality, but it contains something dangerous, an altered audio of your voice linked to a transaction. They plan to use this to validate the secret deal she's entangled in. She never thought it would go this far. They promised her it was just temporary, that no harm would come to you. But now they need to escalate, and your spiritual team is not allowing it. Your sister is beginning to spiritually break. You may notice her being distant, irritable, or overly emotional. These are signs of a soul battling the consequences of secrecy and regret. She wants to tell you. She needs to tell you. But she's afraid of who's listening. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You must protect your identity now, not just physically, but vibrationally. Don't sign unfamiliar documents, don't respond to strange invitations, and keep anointed clarity over your name. Because your name holds power that they wish to exploit. There's an older man involved, he's not related, but he's connected to her through an organization. He's the strategist, the one who guides her on what to say and how to keep you in the dark. He wears a symbol, a ring or pendant, that channels spiritual manipulation. Archangel Michael says he is not who he pretends to be. His smile hides an agenda soaked in hidden vows and energy contracts. The deal she entered is ritualistic in nature. It affects both the natural and supernatural dimensions. And your name was never supposed to be touched like this. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Your angels have intervened several times already. That's why some steps of their mission have delayed. They can't move forward until you are fully aware. And now that you are, the chain begins to weaken. Look for the signs: a sudden shift in wind direction, a streetlight flickering near your home, animals reacting strangely around certain people. These are divine signals trying to communicate the truth. Your house is spiritually guarded now. A divine seal has been placed, and no intruding force can cross it without consequences. You may feel this presence, like a gentle pressure or warmth in the air. Your sister, however, is unprotected. Because she hasn't confessed the full truth, she is vulnerable to the very people she trusted. And her soul cries every night because of it. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They will attempt to reach out to you indirectly. Through unknown numbers, strange packages, even dreams. But each of these is a test. Do not engage without discernment. Archangel Michael says the next 7 days are critical. This is a period of exposure. Every hidden file, every whispered deal, every disguised plan will begin to surface in fragments. Be ready for emotional confusion. You might feel sudden sadness, unexplained anger, or even fatigue. These are not yours. They are projections from the bond they've tried to create using your name. Break the bond. Speak aloud in your space: I release all unauthorized attachments to my identity, past, present, or future. Your words hold unmatched power right now. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Your sister needs deliverance. Not judgment. She's trapped in a system that manipulated her through fear and desperation. She thought she was protecting herself. She didn't know she was binding you. There is a woman guiding her, a false mentor disguised as a helper. This woman knows your spiritual records and has tried to rewrite your destiny through counterfeit affirmations and energy transfer. Her voice sounds soft, but her energy is sharp. Every time she speaks your name, your spirit shudders. This is not coincidence. It's a spiritual invasion. But you are stronger than all of them combined. The moment you activate your awareness, everything changes. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. In a building not far from where your sister frequents, your personal details are being stored in a file marked Essential. This means they consider your presence a gateway. Something about your energy unlocks paths they cannot open otherwise. Archangel Michael says, your bloodline carries an ancient authority. That's why they targeted you, not out of hate, but hunger. They want to feed off what you were born with. They cannot succeed. Not now. Not after this message has entered your hands. The timeline is shifting in your favor. Prepare. Center yourself. Speak no fear. You're about to witness how divine protection crushes every scheme against you. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Stay alert. You may receive a dream where your sister is running through a hallway, or hiding a bag. Don't ignore it. That's your spiritual warning, sent ahead of time. In that bag may be items connected to you, photos, paper, maybe even hair. This is how deep the manipulation has gone. But the fire of truth will consume every piece of it. The woman orchestrating this has a name that begins with E or L. You may not know her directly, but she's watched your sister for years, waiting for a moment of vulnerability. She struck when your sister needed answers the most. Now she's using your name to seal her own power. That must stop. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. She was promised elevation, wealth, and protection. If she just gave them your spiritual data. She didn't fully understand what that meant. But the moment she gave it, your frequency was locked into their cycle. Every time you felt drained without reason, every strange thought that didn't sound like your own, that was them pulling at the threads of your spirit. But now, their access is being revoked. Archangel Michael says they underestimated your resilience. They thought you'd fold without knowing what was happening. But even in spiritual blindness, you were guarded with favor no one could erase. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. There are signs you missed before, but you will recognize them now. The day she stared into nothingness, the time she jumped when you entered the room, or how she held back tears in a conversation. All were moments her soul battled with the truth. She's been trying to reverse what she did, but they've threatened her. Told her if she reveals anything, the consequences will be unbearable. This is why she's been isolating from certain family members. But a leak is happening on their end. One of the people involved has had a vision. In that vision, your name was surrounded by fire, not to destroy, but to purify. That person is beginning to break ranks. You'll hear about it soon, from a dream, a glitch, or a distant contact. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. There's a window of time now, 12 days. Within these 12 days, if you align your energy and speak against this spiritual bondage, the entire plot will collapse. Everything they've built using your name will burn into dust. It won't be easy. You may feel heaviness, resistance, even sabotage in your daily routine. That is proof of their panic. They feel you awakening. Your sister is nearing her breaking point. If she confesses to you willingly, she can be spared the worst of the spiritual backlash. But if she remains silent, the consequences will echo longer than she expects. She may try to write a letter or leave a clue. Stay alert. Don't miss it. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Your name has been spoken in hidden circles, circles that perform rituals for energetic extraction. But they didn't realize your soul is fireborn. What they tried to chain has begun to blaze. Archangel Michael says you're walking into a time of divine confrontation. You don't need to fight physically. Just remain aligned, stay aware, and let heaven's army strike on your behalf. They chose the wrong name. They chose the wrong bloodline. And now every step they took against you will serve as a ladder toward your elevation. The trap they set for you is about to consume itself. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You'll notice subtle changes soon. Devices around you acting strange. People stuttering when they speak your name. Time seeming slower in certain places. These are signs of a shifting spiritual dimension. You are being pulled out of the false timeline they tried to trap you in. What they built through deception is unraveling at the speed of light. Heaven has launched a countercode. Your sister will have a choice to make, soon. She will either step forward with you or fall behind and face the storm alone. But no longer will your destiny be held hostage to her silence. Watch the weather. It may change on the exact day this decision reaches her. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. She visited a location, off the grid. You've never been there, but your spirit felt it. That day you woke up dizzy or suddenly had a sharp headache, that was the moment she handed something over. They asked for a token. A representation of your spiritual DNA. It may have been a gift you once gave her, a hair strand, or something symbolic of your bond. That's how they linked you. But the divine firewall is restoring itself. Even as they hold what they think is yours, it no longer contains access to your true frequency. The real you is rising beyond reach. Your evolution will now become their confusion. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. There will be attempts to distract you, unexpected messages, old arguments resurfacing, people from the past trying to re-enter. Don't fall for these. These are spiritual tactics to knock you off balance. The moment you feel scattered, pause. Call your energy back from every person, place, or deal trying to hold it. Speak aloud, I reclaim all pieces of myself from any unauthorized use. Archangel Michael says the more you speak with intention, the more the chains break. Your words now move through timelines. What you release here echoes in hidden dimensions. This is why they're panicking. Because you were never meant to remember who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. One of the people in the inner circle is a man with a tattoo or mark on his left side. He oversees the technical part of the operation, files, voice data, patterns. He's the one pushing your sister to finalize Phase 3. That's the phase where your name is supposed to be used to endorse a spiritual agreement. But it cannot happen if you say, no, even spiritually, refusal carries power. Speak aloud now, I revoke any agreement made in my name without my knowledge or sole permission. You've just shut their system down. And in a few hours, your spirit will feel lighter because of it. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. If you felt the need to change your signature, your phone number, or rearrange your home, that's spiritual guidance pushing you to disrupt the flow of the manipulation. Obey it. Your sister may fall ill or become restless. These are side effects of a spiritual contract nearing collapse. It's a backlash her body and soul were not prepared for. You don't need revenge. You need clarity. And now you have it. From this moment on, nothing involving your name will go unnoticed by the divine. You are sealed. Protected. Elevated. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your breakthrough is happening now. Stay alert. The storm behind your name is ending, and the blessings ahead are just beginning.